So use store procedures, and with store procedures, we've referenced those a few times. We have system store procedures. We have user-defined store procedures that can be created. So with store procedures, what we can do here is we can execute them. And the example here is we're just going to execute, SP databases. We're not going to pass any parameters information about that single table. So it depends what you're looking for. I can get. So common system store procedures, we just look at a few of these. SP danger, most of these are marked with SP and store as a prefix. They're stored, the system stored procedures are stored. We're going to grab the product ID, name, and list price.
We don't return number of rows affected back to the client. There are some client drivers that would believe that will basically interpret that as an empty result set. So it's fairly common that you do set no count on to also reduce the amount of data sent back to this account ID something, and amount that I want to withdraw is, let's say, 100. And this account doesn't exist, so I'll get the error message back. But obviously now it's way easier for you as the app runs, right? You don't have to change the app if you need to optimize the procedure. There are lots of discussions to be had with regards to where the app code should lie and so on. But that's one of the reasons. There's also reasons of we can cache the execution plan that we have to build to run this on the server side, which minimizes CPU that we have to go through in order to go and execute this. The other thing that's useful is also we don't have to go and parse and do all that work when we get the call, because we use a remote procedure call, you just definitely can say give you a performance boost. But that's basically how you
do columns and a predicate. So be fairly straightforward with the type of information that you walk return to. Minimize the use of tape for doing. There's a few things that Tobias showed us today that were like, wow, we can do it that way, or we can do it this way, or we can do it. So the estimate is like, it doesn't actually execute the query plan or the query. It says, if I did execute it, this is what I would use. This is the result that you would see, or this is how that query would be executed.
Let's take a look at what we can do to improve query performance and understand what's going on. And this topic is in a few minutes, so then we'll go into what there is to think about. So I'll just start by stealing this sales order detail table, and we'll use that as kind of the example for the demo. So I just make a copy of that sales.index